Hi guys, it is Jerry with He Provides Homestead, and tonight we're doing some crafting and we're going to make some curtains. So I'm pretty excited about this, and I know that if I asked you, well, what kind of materials are we going to use, you would know the answer. My favorite type of material is burlap. So on Black Friday, Joann's had a fantastic sale. Everything was half off in their materials, so I was able to get burlap for $1.99 a square yard. I bought 3 yards of that, and I'm going to show you what the curtains. I actually have nothing but $1.99 in. I will have $1.99 in 4 curtains. That's it. Everything else I already had inside the home, and you know, if you watch us very often, how much we love to use things and be resourceful and repurpose. So this is a video on repurposing. So I had curtains that I already had up. Chico's going to pan over here to the window, and he's going to show you these are the curtains that we're using today. And back behind here, as you can see, they're too short. So that's why we chose these, but I really like these curtains and I've had them for years, but it's time for an update. So here to my left, he's going to show you what we're going to do today with this curtain. This took me about 15 minutes to get everything together and put it together, so we're just going to walk you through this. I do not own a sewing machine, and I'm sure my grandmother's just rolling over in her grave today because she made quilts and she sewed purses and she did all these wonderful things. I've never had a good quality sewing machine, so I never really took to the sewing. So today we're just going to make it easy peasy. Anybody can do this because we're going to use our glue gun. Another easy reason to use the glue gun is if I decide in 6 months, 3 months, a year that I want to repurpose these curtains again or make something else out of them, that glue comes off real easy and you're done. So I like the glue gun. So today what we're going to be using is, I have our curtain. I took the burlap and I cut it in half. I took a yard and a half actually, cut it in half, and then we're going to use the end of that. Make sure that the end, if you decide you want to do something like this, make sure the end that is sewn up so it won't unravel is going to be at the bottom. I am a Pinterest freak. I love Pinterest, and I decided I was going to do this about a month ago, and I have spent hours on Pinterest looking for something like this to figure out what I was going to do. And I knew I wanted to use burlap, but I just wasn't sure exactly how to make this all come together. So after looking at Pinterest and not seeing what I wanted, I just put this together, and I was just totally surprised and shocked how impressed that I truly did like these and I enjoyed these. They look like good quality curtains. So these are really easy and anybody can do them, guys, I assure you. If you have children over the age of 6, 7, they would be able to help you with this. So make sure you get the bottom of your curtain. And make sure that you use the correct side. We're just going to take this out. I've already cut this end. That is the wrong end. The bottom. And see the underneath? So we want that underneath to be the side that is glued on to these curtains. I took my hot glue gun here, and I used the glue gun on the material instead of the burlap just because it's going to adhere easier and quicker. I did about a ½ an inch down just so I have enough to get a good solid glue on there. See how fast it is? It doesn't take long at all. I do about between 6 inches and a foot at one time because you don't want that glue to dry before you press it down on your burlap. And you can, and I'm left-handed, so I do everything backwards. I know that there's, if you were right-handed, it looks like it would be easier, but I just can't do it. I make sure that there is a good stream of the glue. Press it. Here we go. Now we're going to just fold this over. Put it onto here. Press it down, and you can kind of feel it. It kind of just cools down very quickly. So usually about 2 good run-throughs over it. Just rub your hands over it, and that's enough time for it to adhere and cool down. Okay, see that? See how fast that was? Alright, so this is our leftover right here. Whoa, there it went. Okay, so pull it back up here. I'm going to cut. You start to cut. I just follow the line. Because once you get it on there, it doesn't have to be precise. I mean, you can measure it out, but I just follow the grain all the way down. And I'm sure that professionals would have much better scissors too, that they could do this quicker. There we go. Alright, so there's my excess, which we'll use in something else, I'm sure. Love burlap. Okay, so now onto the ribbon. This ribbon was given to me by a friend who was actually a school teacher, and she retired. She brought over tubs and tubs of items that she no longer wanted and knew that I crafted, so of course I took every bit of it. And this is material that came from her, and I'm not sure what she did with it, but it's awesome because it's already pre-cut, so I couldn't use it for long, items, but I can use it for what I'm doing. So here's where I started. So I made sure that these were long enough, and same thing, I left a little, because of the length of both of these. She goes on the computer and can't get the hint, apparently. So right here on this edge, I use this as my line because there's a seam right there at the end of these red curtains. So I decided I was going to use the top of this on that seam right there. And I left about ½ an inch to overlap, and we'll put that on the back. We'll just round it off to the other side. See right there? Now, it's kind of tricky sometimes not to get burnt on the hot glue, and that's one of the spots. Because it's warm. Alright, so here we go. And I actually need more glue. I want to see if Mr. Goodpaster will go get me some more glue. It's in the craft right there on the top actually have a craft cabinet in the living room. Let's see if you can find it. It's behind the corks and the crayons. And since we have the grandbabies, I have to put everything in there that I do not want them to reach. He's awesome. That's it. That's it. I'll need more than one. You can just bring me the whole thing. Sorry, guys. It took a lot more than I expected. Isn't he wonderful? He's fantastic. Okay, he saved the day. Here we go. Alright, so we're gluing that. Then, so you don't have to watch the whole entire thing, I did the same thing on the bottom. With this one, I decided I wanted two, which you wouldn't have to if you didn't want to. I know this here. So, same thing. I used the, where these two meet, where the burlap and the curtain actually meet, that is the line where I decided that I would start gluing this second row of ribbon. It's really not ribbon, I'm not sure what you exactly call it, but it's more cotton. So we're just right there on that line. Make sure I get the right edge. And now that I've done these, I know that Chico's going to roll his eyes at me, but now that I've done these, we have one little small window in the kitchen that I think I'm going to have to make a curtain for so it matches these. So you guys let us know what you think about that. I think it's a great idea. It won't take very long. You know, when they are forecasting lots of snow here in the next couple weeks. So I think that would be a great project for me to do when I can't go outside. I don't know about you ladies, but I love when everything matches. I'm not one of those people that can haphazardly throw everything together, and that's just not my style. So everything needs to fit, everything needs to look like it all goes together, so that's probably why I need another curtain. Or just because I want to craft, that's probably one of the main reasons too. Since this one was so easy, then I could do the smaller one. And we'll do a video on that one too. Okay, so I'm going to stop there because I've got more than half of it done, and you've seen how to do this. I don't want you to have to spend your time watching all of it. That's what it looks like. I glued it to the table. Right there is the bottom. And you already saw the project when it was finished. I think it's great, easy. It didn't take long at all. It would take less time if you weren't trying to show someone how to do it and give directions. Tell me what you think. Post. If you have questions, please ask. Thank you so much for coming along. We truly enjoy sharing our lives with you. You can reach us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, VidMe, and Instagram. It's always a miracle when I actually can remember those. And Godspeed. We'll see you next time.